motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
You know I'm
Run.
In the membership of parliament. And it said, in exercise of the powers conferred and the duty imposed on the clerk to parliament by Article 112, Clause 5, as amended, of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, as amended, I, Ebenezer Ehuman Jetro, the clerk to Parliament, do hereby formally notify you of the occurrence of a vacancy in the membership of Parliament, occasioned by the order of the High Court, Tamale, for a rerun of the Panda parliamentary elections, given on the 24th day of November 2025. This notification is pursuant to the service of a court order on the clerk to Parliament as the fourth respondent in the suit numbered NR/HC/E13/22/25. Accordingly, notice is hereby given. Mr. Speaker, on the strength of this communication from the clerk to the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, the minority today, this morning, made a statement pursuant to the provisions on statements on urgent public matters. Mr. Speaker, when the minority chief whip made the statement, he demanded that the clerk be made to withdraw the letter he has written to the Electoral Commission. Mr. Speaker, I was not in the chamber at the time that the statement was made by the minority chief whip. I came in and I saw that the majority chief whip was on his feet and the members of the minority were on their feet behaving the very way that they are behaving now. And so I then urged the minority to allow for comments to be made, but they persisted behaving the way that they are behaving right now. Mr. Speaker, they continued behaving this way until the first deputy speaker, who was presiding, decided to get up on his feet to try and then bring order in the House. Mr. Speaker, he stood for a very long time and they did not. They continued conducting themselves in the manner that they are conducting themselves now. And so the First Deputy Speaker took a short suspension and invited the leadership to conclave. When we went into conclave, the minority leadership refused to show up. They refused to show up, and subsequently, Honorable Habib came and said he had been mandated by the leadership to represent them in conclave. So in conclave, we tried to discuss the situation and to find out exactly what the problem was. It turned out, Mr. Speaker, that they said on the 4th, on Thursday, 27th of November, 2025, you had given a ruling regarding the rerun of the Kwandai parliamentary elections. And in your ruling, according to them, you had indicated that if the member for Kwandai exercised his rights to appeal, then that exercise of the right to appeal against the High Court decision will act as a stay on the execution of the orders or the judgment of the court. So the member for Kwandai had gone to file an appeal and had also filed an application for stay. And so, according to them, having acted on your indications in the chamber, they felt that the decision to allow the clerk to write to the chairperson of the Electoral Commission was not in good faith, and that was the basis of their objection. I listened to them, and so I called for the records, and I was given the Hansard, which captures exactly what you said on Thursday, 27th of November 2025. And Mr. Speaker, I want to read excerpts of your ruling and where they are basing their claims on, and then my responses to them. Mr. Speaker, you indicated on that day that, honorable members, on Tuesday, 25th November 2025, the Legal Services Office of the House was served with an order from the Tamale High Court directed at the clerk to Parliament. Per the order, the court had ordered the second respondent, that is the Electoral Commission, to rerun the Kwandai parliamentary election within 30 days. Honorable members, this order arises out of the election petition filed by Daniel Nsal Wakwal, challenging the declaration of the Electoral Commission of Matthew Yindam as Member of Parliament elect for the Kwandai constituency pursuant to the Kwandai parliamentary elections held on 7 December 2025. Honourable members, the effect of the order, to my understanding, is that the Electoral Commission is to conduct a rerun election within 30 days, implying that the original declaration of Honourable Matthew Yindam as the winner of the parliamentary election is invalid, and the member is no longer a member of Parliament. I, however, bring to the attention of the House the provisions of the Court of Appeal Rules 1997 CI 19 as amended in the Court of Appeal Rules of 2020 CI 132 Rule 27.3, and it provides as follows, and I quote, "There shall be a stay of execution of the judgment or decision appealed against for a period of 7 days immediately following the giving of notice of the judgment or decision." This rule appears mandatory in 8 terms and applies in every High Court decision capable of appeal. The Supreme Court in Mensa and Ghana Commercial Bank 2005 to 2006, Supreme Court of Ghana Law Reports on page 288 held that any execution commenced before the expiry of this 7-day period is premature and void. The Court of Appeal reaffirmed this position in Clenham Construction Limited and Falcon Crest Investment Limited and others, 7 April 2022, emphasizing that the purpose of the statutory stay is to allow the losing party the opportunity to consider the judgment and determine whether to appeal or seek further relief. Justice Bar J.A. explained the position of the law thus, and I quote him, "The plain meaning, scope, and effect of Rule 27(3)(b) of CI 19 is that in respect of any ruling, judgment, or decision of the High Court of whatever description, in respect of which an appeal can be filed, and further, in respect of which an application for a stay of execution or proceedings could be filed, there shall operate a statutory stay of execution or proceedings for a period of 7 days. The apparent intent of the law is to enable the vanquished to ponder over and scrutinize the bona fides of the ruling, decision, or judgment in order to decide on whether or not to appeal. It is when a decision is made to appeal that an application can be made to the High Court under Rule 27(1)(a) of CI 19 or to this court under Rule 27(1)(b) of CI 19. Unquote. In this instance, the ruling of the Tamale High Court was delivered on 24th November 2025. The statutory 7-day stay, therefore, remains in force until 1st December 2025. During this period, the ruling of the High Court cannot form the basis for the Speaker to instruct the Clerk to Parliament to notify the Electoral Commission that the Kwanda seat is vacant. Mr. Speaker, you then added, in addition to the above, should Mr. Yindam exercise his right of appeal, such as an application under Rule 27(1)(b) of CI 19, it may impose a further suspension on the enforcement of the judgment until the application is determined by the appropriate court. This rule appears to prevent the subject matter of the appeal from being altered or prejudiced while the appeal processes are pending. Therefore, before the initial 7-day statutory stay, the filing of a stay application may yet introduce an additional layer that may prevent changes to the status of the honorable member within the meaning of Article 97 and 99 of the Constitution. The attention of the House is also brought to Article 105 of the 1992 Constitution, which provides that a person who sits or votes in Parliament knowing or having reasonable grounds for knowing that he is not entitled to do so commits an offense. It is crucial to emphasize that Article 105 is penal in nature. Should the honorable member know that he ought not to be in the chamber, and he participates in the activities in the chamber. Honorable members, it is therefore premature to say that Mr. Matuyindam is disqualified from entering and participating in the proceedings of the House, because this period still falls within the 7-day mandatory stay of execution of the order. Honorable members, this is not a declaratory order. It is an executive order that was delivered by the High Court. And so the honorable member is right to have been in the House yesterday and to have participated in the proceedings. So, Speaker, so this is what you delivered, and the minority are basing their arguments on the part of your ruling where you said, and I quote, "In addition to the above, should Mr. Yindam exercise his right of appeal, such as an application under Rule 27(1)(b) of CI 19, it may impose a further suspension on the enforcement of the judgment until the application is determined by the appropriate court. This rule appears to prevent the subject matter of the appeal from being altered or prejudiced while the appeal processes are pending." So, Mr. Speaker, their argument is that you appear to have given a ruling that the member is entitled to stay as a member of this House, and also that if the member did file any process in the courts, by virtue of having filed the process, then the member's right to remain is further fortified until the matters are disposed of by the court where the application for stay of execution or even the appeal has been lodged. So I called for CI 19 and CI as amended by CI 132. Mr. Speaker, and I read CI 132(1) to them. And CI 132 says that the Court of Appeal Rules 1997, CI 19, referred to in this enactment as the principal enactment, is amended in Rule 27 by A, the substitution for Sub-Rule 1 of quote 1, an appeal shall not operate as a stay of execution under the judgment or decision appealed against unless the court otherwise orders on an application made to the court by motion or notice, unquote. Mr. Speaker, I referred my friends on the other side to this provision of CI 132 and tried to indicate to them that filing an appeal or even filing a motion or notice will not automatically serve as a stay of the execution of an order of a court. And so, in the absence of a substantive order by the court, the clerk was not stopped from communicating to the chairperson of the Electoral Commission under the Constitution, because the chairperson is also obliged under the Constitution to communicate within a certain time period. So, Mr. Speaker, I then urge on our colleagues on the other side that we should come back to the chamber and they can restate their position, and I will also state this position as I have stated it. And on the basis of our positions, then we can invite you as Speaker to come and then give a ruling whether it was appropriate or in keeping with the law for the Clerk of Parliament to write the letter that he wrote to the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, which I have already read to the chamber. Mr. Speaker, I think that it will be appropriate to read Article 112 of the Constitution so that we can see what informed the action of the Clerk of Parliament, to see whether the Clerk of Parliament is in error or also acting pursuant to a constitutional obligation. So, Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, let me read Article 1125 of the Constitution. 1125 of the Constitution says that whenever a vacancy occurs in Parliament, the Clerk to Parliament shall notify the Electoral Commission in writing within 7 days after the vacancy occurred, and a by-election shall be held within 30 days after the vacancy occurs. Notwithstanding clause 5 of this article, a by-election shall not be held within 3 months before the holding of a general election. So, Mr. Speaker, clearly the Constitution injuncts the Clerk of Parliament, whenever a vacancy occurs in Parliament, the Clerk to Parliament shall notify the Electoral Commission in writing within 7 days after the vacancy occurred, and a by-election shall be held within 30 days after the vacancy occurred. So, Mr. Speaker, so if we take the records, we notice that on 27th November 2025, 24th November 2025, you had indicated in your ruling that the statutory 7 days, stay, therefore remains in force until 1st December 2025. So once the statutory 7 days was in force till 1st December 2025, it means that the obligation of the Clerk of Parliament will start counting on the 1st of December 2025. So within 7 days of December, the clerk was obliged constitutionally, pursuant to Article 1125, to notify the clerk. So on the 4th of December, the clerk wrote to the Electoral Commission indicating that there was a vacancy because the clerk had been served by the order emanating from the High Court indicating that the court had ruled that there should be a rerun of the election in the Kwandai constituency. So, Mr. Speaker, I think that what you are being invited to rule on here today is whether the clerk erred in communicating to the Electoral Commission that a vacancy has occurred, and once a vacancy has occurred, that there should be a by-election in the Kwandai constituency. Mr. Speaker, especially your indication in your ruling that filing an appeal may elongate the period during which the member may be allowed to remain in the chamber. So, Mr. Speaker, that is basically what it is. That's all. Nothing really earth-shattering. And since morning, we've been having indications, negotiations, discussions, and we said that we should come into the chamber, and since they have indicated their position, we should also indicate our position. Now, in a normal democracy, with normal Democrats, people who actually believe in democracy, you would imagine that they will have no issue with us having this discussion in open parliament. But Mr. Speaker, I'm not surprised that we have this character of parliamentarians representing the minority side, and they are insisting that they don't want the discussions held in open parliament, that we should not be transparent about our arguments, that this side of the house should not be heard on this matter. And I have said it's not possible. No matter how much you chant, no matter how much noise you make, in fact, even if you come and stand on my seat here, I will still state my position so that the Speaker can give his ruling. So, Mr. Speaker, the issue before you is not to challenge your ruling. It is not to challenge your ruling, because your ruling was not even about what happens when one files an appeal. Your ruling was whether or not within the 7 days you could be called upon to remove the member of parliament from the chamber. If you recall, that was the main issue. And you ruled accordingly that by our CI 19, there is an automatic stay for 7 days. And so within that 7 days, the judgment could not be executed. The member will have a right to be in the chamber. But after the 7 days, then execution will be triggered automatically. So that ruling you gave, but then you engage in a general discussion of, some legal matters, and then you said that, if he triggers his appeal rights, it may. I think that the contention is around your use of the word may, and having used the word may, their position is that once he had filed his appeal and filed his motion on notice trying to secure an interim injunction, then we should not have allowed the clerk to write the letter to the Electoral Commission. But my contention is that that was not the gravamen of your ruling. The gravamen of your ruling was basically to decide that on that day the honourable member should stay in the chamber or not. And you did rule that he could stay in the chamber. Now, the issue of whether or not when he files an appeal and when he files a motion on notice for interim injunction, whether that serves as an injunction is a completely different matter. And I drew attention to CI 132, which amended CI 19, and which in its terms is very clear that once judgment is given, when you file an appeal or a motion on notice for stay of execution, it does not automatically stay proceedings in the execution of that judgment. So, Mr. Speaker, this is what you are being called upon to decide, and unfortunately, I am surprised that our friends on the other side will not want this fact to be stated.
A clear abuse of majority power in this.
The minister, seconded by the chairman. Yes. The minister moved, the chairman seconded and presented.
You guys, we will meet you outside.
What's the next item?
Put the question on 8. He wants to do it before.
Okay.
So it means that we have to defeat the 9th. So they also need to go far.
Okay.
Tell Labour Minister, they shouldn't go far.
says he has not put the question on 18 yet. So we have to wait for him to put the question on 18.
Honorable members, please resume your seats. Resume your seats. Resume your seats.
Occupy your seats. Occupy your seats. You can say which one.
Honorable members, motion item 18 has been moved and seconded. Since there is no further consideration, I put the question. Those in favor of the motion, say aye. Those against, say no.
Item number 19.
Honorable members, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted.
No, 19. You have to repeat it. Where's the minister? She come. No, he says that he didn't put the question. Mr. Speaker, we will take motion number 19. Motion number 19 will be moved by the Minister for Employment. Just move it.
Mr. Speaker, I move that this Honorable House adopts the report of the Committee on Employment on Labor, Jobs and Employment and Pensions on the allocations of the sum of 26,648,670 Ghana cedis for the services of the National Labour Commission for the year ending 31st December 2026. Mr. Speaker, so move.
Where is the chairman? You come back in. Where's the chairman?
Honorable members,
You're the vice chairman. Just come on. Just second the motion. Just second the motion.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the motion. Thank you.
honorable members, I heard the motion being moved. The one who seconded the motion, I don't know who has seconded the motion. Please, you have not disclosed who you are. Who seconded the motion?
Right, Honorable Speaker, I am the Vice Chairman of the committee, and in seconding the motion, my name. I'm the Vice Chairman of the committee. My name is Isaac Ashai Odampton. In seconding the motion, I present the report and ask the House to approve I ask the Hansard to capture the entire report as though it's been read and call on the House to approve the sum indicated in the report. Thank you.
Honorable members, motion moved and seconded is for the consideration of the House.
Mr. Speaker, you may put the question.
Honorable members, I put the question. Those in favor of motion item 19 on the order paper, say aye. Those against, say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The motion is accordingly adopted.
Mr. Speaker, if we can take motion number 30. Motion number 30.
Honorable members, motion number 3030,
Mr. Speaker,
moved by the chairman of the committee.
where's the chairman? Vice chairman. Where's the chairman of the? Okay, chairman. Okay.
Defense and Interior. Defense and Interior.
No, come here. Okay. Just say motion number 30. Read it. Just read the whole thing.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that this honorable house adopt the report of the committee. No, this is Committee on Defense and Interior on the allocation of the sum of 10 million for the services of the Ministry of Defense for the year ending 31st December 2026. I so move.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. I'll rise to second the motion. 30 on the order paper. Mr. Speaker, as I present the report of your committee, Mr. Speaker, the report of the Committee on Defense and Interior on the 2026 annual estimate of the Ministry of Defense. Mr. Speaker, we thank the... Mr. Speaker, I want the report to be captured as it has been duly read. And in conclusion, Mr. Speaker, in view of the above, the committee recommends to the House to adopt its report and approve the sum of 10,772,441,661 Ghana cedis for the implementation of the programs of the Ministry of Defense and its agencies for the 2026 fiscal year. Respectfully submitted, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
There being no further consideration, I put the question. Those in favor of the adoption of the motion say aye. Those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The motion is accordingly adopted.
Mr. Speaker, we will take item number 26. Okay, so move it and present it. 26.
Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Kofi Akunoku. I'm the Vice Chair of the Economy and Development Committee. Right Honorable Speaker, I move for the motion number 26 on order paper 13 to be adopted by this House. And in so doing, Honorable Speaker, I present the report. Yes, we made NDPC, and right Honorable Speaker, all the support we need to give to the Commission to succeed is crucial. And right Honorable Speaker, in doing so, I wish to plead that the House adopts the report as if it was read in its entirety, and then approve the amount of 48,929,740 Ghana cedis. I so move, right Honorable Speaker.
Any seconder.
Mr. Speaker, Richmond Eden Kotosu is my name. I rise to second the motion.
Honorable members, motion moved and seconded. It's for the consideration of the House. There being no further consideration, I put the question. Those in favor of the adoption of the motion say aye.
Mr. Speaker, you may put the question.
Those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The motion is accordingly
Come on, move the
adopted.
motion. Mr. Speaker, we'll take item number 12, the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation. Item number 12.
Honorable members, item 1 to 12. Motion, chairman of the committee.
Okay, so
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move the motion that this House adopt the report of the Committee on Information and Communication on the allocation of a sum of 1,255,121,769 Ghana cedis for the services of the Ministry of Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations for the year ending 31st December 2026.
and in doing so, I want Hamza to capture the entire.
Honorable members, any second.
Mr. Speaker, in doing so, I want Hamza to capture the report as read. Thank you.
Come a second.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion. Thank you. I'm Mohamed
Motion moved
Adams,
and
Supervisor,
seconded.
the Deputy Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, and I rise to second the motion. Thank you.
Honorable members, motion moved and seconded. It's for the consideration of the House. I proceed to put the question. Those in favor of the adoption of the motion, say aye. Those against, say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The motion is accordingly adopted.
Mr. Speaker, we will take item number 11. The allocation for the services of the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition for the year ending 31st December 2026.
Honorable members, motion 1111. Chairman of the committee.
Just read this one. Just read it. Just read it. Go ahead, read it. Go ahead, read it. Can you read. Just read what is written there.
Yes, that this Honorable House adopt the report of the Committee on Committee.
Report of the committee.
Yes, committee. Yes, report of the energy report of the Energy Committee for the sum of 3,938,542,545 on the allocation of the services of the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition for the year ending 31st December 2026. In doing so, I want I want the Hansa report. I want the Hansa to capture the report as fully read. Thank you. As so moved.
Any seconder?
Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion.
Honorable members, motion number 11 has been moved and seconded. It's for the consideration of the House. There being no further consideration, I put the question. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The motion is accordingly adopted.
I'm not here. So no item left. No item left. We are done. Any other item? Which one? Where is it?
Yes, leader.
Is it Mr.
Majority leader.
We will talk about a report here.
not there. It's not there. No, it's here. It's not there.
Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, we will take item number 22. Item number 22. I will move the motion on behalf of the chairman of the committee. And then the Minister for Government Communication will second the motion. Mr. Speaker, I move that this Honorable House adopts the report of the Committee on Public Administration and State Interests on the allocation of the sum of 1,454,348,978 Ghana cedis for the services of the office of the government machinery for the year ending 31st December 2026. Mr. Speaker, in moving the motion, I wish to present the report of the committee. I urge Hansa Department to capture the committee report as if its entirety has been fully read in this House. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Any seconder?
Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion.
I so second.
I so second.
My name.
Honorable members.
Felix Kwache Ofosu, Minister for Government Communications.
Honorable members, motion has been moved and seconded for the consideration of the House. In the absence of any further consideration, I put the question. Those in favor of the adoption of the motion, say aye. Those against, say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The motion is accordingly adopted.
Mr. Speaker, we will take item number 32. The chairman here. Yeah, chairman.
Mr. Speaker, I am the Vice Chair of the committee. My name is James Enu. Mr. Speaker, I move that this Honorable Court adopt the report of the Committee on Constitutional and Legal Affairs on the allocation of the sum of 677,200,937 cedis for the services of the Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice for the year ending 31st December 2026. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion. What is your problem? 32.
Motion number 32 has
been approved. Oh, okay. It was approved what time? It was not. It was the legal aid commission. Legal aid commission.
This is the ministry.
Yeah, this is the ministry itself. Yes.
Madam, this is the ministry itself. What we did was legal aid commission. They said 33.
33.
So what we did was legal aid commission.
All right, Mr. Speaker. Come and move. Just read the motion on behalf of Minister of Which was in our second.
Which one?
Mr. Speaker, we'll take item number 33. 33. The Attorney General and Minister for Justice is not here, so we'll have the Minister for Sports and Recreation to move the motion on his behalf, Mr. Speaker.
Motion number 33.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Speaker, I rise to move this motion. That number 33, that this Honorable House adopt the report of the Committee on Judiciary in the allocation of the sum of 1,098,136,900 for the services of the Judiciary and Judicial Service for the year ending 31st December 2026. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Bring it.
Any seconder?
Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion that this Honorable House adopts the report of the Committee on Judiciary on the allocation of the sum of 1,098,136,900 Ghana cedis for the services of the judiciary and judicial service for the year ending 31st December 2026. And in doing so, Mr. Speaker, I wish to present the report of your committee. I want, Mr. Speaker, Hansa to capture the report as having been duly read. Mr. Speaker, I so second the motion.
Motion moved and seconded is for the consideration of the House. Honorable members, I put the question. Those in favor of the motion, say aye. Those against, say no.
Now we cannot. Yeah.
Honorable members, the ayes have it. The motion is accordingly adopted.
The records. Mr. Speaker, we want to lay some papers. Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, if we can go back to item number 9D. 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 Delta. D as in Delta.
Michael. Michael. Mike.
Laying the report. We're just laying the report.
Honorable members, we are back to item 9.
Chairman, where's the chairman?
Presentation of papers 9D.
D.
By the chairman of the committee.
So bow. Okay.
Report of the Finance Committee on the indicative debt treatment menus between the government of the Republic of Ghana, represented by the Ministry of Finance, and individual commercial lenders for the restructuring of the outstanding commercial debt of $2.7 billion United States dollars.
Honorable members, the report of the Finance Committee has been accordingly presented to the House and for distribution to all members.
Which other item? We're done. Mr. Speaker, let me use this opportunity to thank my friends in the minority. Their action has enabled a very speedy approval of the various estimates of the various agencies and the reports. We thank them very much for their non-involvement. It has enabled us to move with dispatch and to approve all our estimates. Mr. Speaker, we have concluded business for the day, and given that we have exceeded 5 hours, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you very much. I want to thank you very much for the manner in which you have steered affairs in this House today, in spite of the effort to undermine the execution of government business. You have kept the ship moving, and we have been able successfully to approve all the estimates that we scheduled to approve today. Mr. Speaker, I want to ensure the general public and the Ghanaian population that this side of the House, the NDC side of the House, will continue to uphold the tenets of democracy. Mr. Speaker, we have the numbers. We could have done certain things, but we know that this Fourth Republican Constitution is a product of the National Democratic Congress. Speaker, no constitution in the history of Ghana has lasted and endured the way that this Fourth Republican Constitution has endured. Mr. Speaker, the fight between the minority and the majority can be likened to a fight between David and Goliath. But Mr. Speaker, the reason why David succeeded was because Goliath allowed him to lure him to use the tools that David was more adept at using. Mr. Speaker, I could have used my numbers to vanquish this small minority. But if I had fallen into their trap, I would not have succeeded in approving my estimates. So I refused to use their tools. And Mr. Speaker, I applied wisdom. And that is why I can now confidently say that the NDC has been successful today. Mr. Speaker, the target date for the passage of the appropriation will be met by this House. We will pass the appropriation on the date that we are determined to pass it. Mr. Speaker, and I want to assure my friends on the other side that today that we understand their issue. They are protesting about the letter from the clerk to the Electoral Commission. Mr. Speaker, we will all await your ruling on that matter. We will await your conclusion on that matter. I believe, as you have always done, that your ruling will be fair and it will be based on the law, and whoever is right in this matter, Mr. Speaker, will accordingly pronounce. Mr. Speaker, let me thank you so much. Thank you so much for your leadership today. And Mr. Speaker, I ordinarily will not thank citizens who are sitting in the gallery and observing us. I ordinarily will not do so. But Mr. Speaker, when your forces in the chamber are confronted with a battle, they need their general, and our general is here. So I highly commend the national chairman of the party, General Aseidu Nketia, who is here to give this side of the house the moral support and encouragement for us to execute the task of the house. Mr. Speaker, I thank you very much.
Honorable members, I will proceed to adjourn the House to tomorrow. I take it that the House will prefer I take it that I take it that the House would prefer that we resume sitting at 12 in the noon, 12 tomorrow, 12 or 2. At what time? 12 or 2? 12.
Mr. Speaker, 12 o'clock. 12 at noon.
Honorable members, the House is accordingly adjourned to tomorrow at 12 noon. The House is adjourned.
Please subscribe, like, and share.